Higher frequency you, higher frequency me, higher frequency university.
Blessings, you too. I'm back. Welcome to Higher Frequency University. I've been away for a little bit. I don't know. Don't worry about it. I'm here. And the good thing about YouTube is that I'm here anytime you want me to be here. So, and if you really want to know what goes on when I'm not here, check out my Where Have I Been video. And it explains how, since doing the YouTube channel, it kind of amplified my experiences more than what they were before. I feel like I've always been a spiritual person. I feel like I've always been a natural person. I feel like I've always been connected to Mother Earth the way that we are supposed to be. I feel like I've always used my senses and was taught and was basically raised to live like that. And so now, as I have been sharing it and trying to get more and more people to understand that it's really not that hard. It's so simple. All you have to do is just do it. And it's so natural. And because we are connected to the universe the way that we are, we're built and designed to be connected. You know, we have that interchange that goes on. It is so easy to do. So why not do it? For years and years, centuries and centuries, they've stop people from having certain information, and I know why, because there's some rogue minds that going to always take stuff and twist it around and make it into something else. But for the most part, people will do the right thing because it feels right. So anyway, today I wanted to talk about the spring equinox. On Monday, March 20th, we begin spring. Yes, and at about 10:28 a.m., the Earth will be exactly lined up in a way that we will have equal day and equal night. Now, this only happens twice a year. There's the autumn equinox and this one, the spring equinox. And then they have the, summer solstice and winter solstice, but that's something different. But when it's the equinox, or the equal night, because equi means equal and nox means night, and it basically means, like I said, that we have equal day and equal nighttime hours. Now, the reason why it's so important, well, there's a lot of reasons why. But culturally and universally, all around the world, because this phenomenon occurs around the world, every culture, every generation for centuries have paid homage to this time of year. Now, they've incorporated it into various religions, of course, because, for political reasons, they needed people to be on board. So they just took, the cultural traditions and incorporated them into their religions and made them religious holidays as well. So there's where you have Easter and, Passover and all these other things. And I don't want to talk about that right now. I just wanted to talk about the equinox. But traditionally, it meant a time of resurrection. When you think about mankind and life long time ago, long before electricity, long before, internet and all of the comforts and modernization that we have now, life was bitter, life was cold, it was cruel, winter was crazy, because they didn't have all the stuff that we have now. So when they saw that the days were going to get longer and the sun was out longer, it meant, it gave them new hope. They were like, oh yes, we're going to make it after all. And when they start to realize that this was a cycle, this was something that happens all the time, they built their lives and their cultures around it. And they were so happy to see that sun that they, made celebrations and they became traditions. So this year, spring begins, as I said, on March 20th at 10:28 a.m. The days will begin to be longer, and it is the in-between before summer, my favorite season. I love the summer. I love the sun. I am definitely a sun worshiper. But back to the equinox. So it's a time, as I said, of resurrection. It's a thaw. The snow, the ice for those who lived up north was melting. It's a time when people plant, because as I said, the earth is getting warmer, and they'll have the warmth of the summer sun to grow the crops, and then just in time for the harvest for the next equinox back in fall. So spiritually, it's also a planting time. It's a time for you to carefully pick your seeds and get them started. It's for me, it represents the new year. I know that traditionally they celebrate the new year as in January, but for me, it's really in spring, because things spring up in the spring. That's when it starts to get warm, people liven up, people start to feel good. January, yeah, the year starts over, but it's not really until March that it hits you, wow, we're into a new year. And I didn't even really do anything yet because it flew by so fast. That's that thing about time. Remember, I tell you, time is funny. So, but by the time March gets around, you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't really do anything. And then, the days are getting longer. The sun is coming up brighter, and you feel better because you're getting that vitamin D, that natural vitamin, and you just get energized. The earth energizes you, the universe energizes you naturally, and that's when people start to undertake their like fitness training and their workouts and their new diets and their new lifestyles. Lots of relationships, believe it or not, end around this time of year. And in the same breath, lots of relationships start at this time of year. Lots of people start new jobs, people move. There's a lot of activity around this time of year. It's a great time of year. I know as a child I didn't like it so much because I had allergies. But as I got older, I got to appreciate, what it meant and what was going on. So the spring equinox, March 20th. Homework. What I want you to do is seriously think about what it is that you want to either accomplish, attain, whether it's an improved relationship, whether it's a better job, whether it's better living conditions, whether it's travel, whether it's save money, whatever it is that you really, really would like to see happen, even if it's your farthest, way, way, way out dream that someone will tell you that'll never happen. Just think of it. That's the seed, that thought, that's the seed. So your homework is to gather your seeds. Not too many at a time, because it's going to be hard to nurture them at first until you get the hang of it. So gather like 1 or 2 seeds. And when I say 1 or 2 seeds, I mean exactly what I said. What is it that you would like to see accomplished by, say, the next equinox? And it doesn't have to be fully accomplished, but at least set in motion. What is it that you would like to change the most? What is it that you would like to improve the most? If you've already made the change, maybe you just need to grow it more. Sometimes things plateau out, you make some progress, but then you get comfortable with it, and you just stay. You get a little stagnant. So what you got to do is, amp it up a little bit. So this will be your time. So what I want you to do is gather those seeds, and then each day you're going to nurture them. And what I mean by nurture them is you're going to elaborate in your mind on whatever it is that you want to accomplish or attain. And by elaborate, what I mean is fill in the details. If it's a relationship, what type of relationship are you trying to go for? Are you trying to go for one where you go out more, where you do things together more, where you go to church more, whether you spend more family time, whatever it is, fill in the details. If it's for your work, do you want to move forward to a job where it takes you out into the field more, or do you want to start your own business, something like that? Whatever it is, elaborate. For your health, do you want to stop using medicines and be more holistic, or do you want to lose weight or gain weight? Whatever it is, get it, and then see yourself doing that. If it's to get your body together, see yourself working out. If that's too strenuous, see yourself at least going to buy the outfit, because it's got to start somewhere. And then the next time you think about it, see yourself going to a gym. Don't see yourself working out. That might be too much. But each time you see, fill in the details. And as you're filling in these details, you're activating your pineal gland. And that is the bridge between it actually happening and you just thinking about it. So every time you add a detail, you nurture that thought. And that's your homework. So we're going to do that. It's an ongoing. You don't have to do it every night, but at least go for every other day until it becomes natural. You'll find yourself always thinking about your goal and your dream. And the wonderful thing about it is that eventually, as you're adding in these details, you're going to see that it's manifesting in your life. You're going to see that it's actually happening. And I tell you this, from experience. This is how I live. And it doesn't mean that everything is going to be perfect. That's not it. It just means that you are taking a more active role in your life. You are accepting the connection between you and the universe and being a part of that cycle. So again, with the spring equinox, what it represents is that resurrection time, that time to begin anew, that time to plant new seeds and start over. So homework again, gather your seeds and then start nurturing them. There's yet one more part of the homework. I would like you to also, at that time, at 10:28, precisely at that time, send out the energy for world peace. Sow and plant seeds of world peace. We have to get the concept in our hearts and in our minds that we can really have world peace. Right now, we're all so caught up in what is going on that we're forgetting that we have the ability within us, the capacity to change the vibration at any time. We just need to do it. We just need to focus on what is really important. So again, at that time, please plant those seeds of world peace. See us as a peaceful people. See us as a happy, healthy people. That's it. Set your alarms or whatever your clocks, whatever it is. Set your little reminders. Write it on your calendar. March 20th at 10:28 a.m. We will have a time when there is complete and total balance. Get your mind synchronized. Start from there. Be synchronized with nature. Be synchronized with the universe. It's amazing to be in sync, okay? So that's the two homework parts. Let me know how it goes. Send me a message down there. If you're watching this on March 20th, let me know you're there. Let me know you're there. And that's it. So this has been EmpressTee. I hope I didn't ramble on too long. I wanted to keep this video short. I am abundantly, graciously, and infinitely yours. Thank you for watching. Blessings.
Higher frequency you. Higher frequency me.